It's time for Fits and Starts!
I did just tell my housemate that I was going to film a podcast, record a podcast, and he started hoovering.
So, things are going well in work and at home. That's great to hear.
Can you hear the hoover? No.
I don't think so, not really.
Grand.
Wait, now he'll get to the part where he's doing the edges of the room. You know when your mother would do that and she would beat the fucking head of the Hoover into the wall. Not, like as if she was trying to knock the skirting board or whatever it's called off. As if that would get more dirt into the thing. That's what my mother used to do anyway. When my mother vacuumed, it was like the edges of the house were shaking, like boom, dum, dum. Like she could have worked at a fucking gold mine or something. You know what I mean? She must have the body strength of a gorilla. Like, boom, boom. When you're trying to sleep in.
I broke the Hoover a few days ago, and I never told him. So I hope that he doesn't think that it was him.
Fucking, that would be the ultimate. That would be the best outcome. That would be the best possible outcome. And then what happened to the Hoover? Then next time you use the Hoover, that's what you do. That's the easy cover. You go, what? And you try and you don't get angry. You act all understanding about it.
He's gonna do what I did, where I just put the Hoover back and said nothing.
Bingo. But now you'll know, right? Because you knew that it was already broken before he used it. So if anything, it's on. He's lying. He's the one lying now. Now you've both lied. So now your lie is cancelled out. It's neutralized. So what you got to do is
break it more, though. Oh, sorry.
No, that's better. No, if he breaks it more, that's ideal because now he's a participant to the breakage. So now who's to say who really broke it? You know? That was a little
really
crack in it.
Yeah, I barely tapped it. What's really funny about that is when I only bought the Hoover, I'd say a month ago, and your man was like, I was already complaining about how expensive Hoovers are. Are you aware of how expensive Hoovers are? Like that should just be like, you should put it. They're so expensive. It was only €70. But in my opinion, that's ridiculously expensive for a Hoover, right?
And what kind of Hoover? Is this like one of these? I've got one of the ones that's just the sucky bits up here and it's just a neck. You know?
Oh, no, that's a Dyson Hoover. No, they're like €4 fucking million. It's just a regular, I think it's Richard Murphy? Is that the name of it? Richard Moore? Something like that. It's just a regular little Hoover. But the day I bought it, Mr. Salesman was like, I've been a disaster with this fucking Hoover since day one, right? I bought it and he was like, for just an extra tenner, do you want to buy a 3-year warranty? And I was like, sure, what? No, I won't break the fucking Hoover at all. What are you talking about?
Fantastic.
And then I brought it home and I used it and I dropped the entire thing down the stairs.
That's amazing. That's well done.
Like, it was like, where the whole like pipe came out and it was just the body of the Hoover tumbling down the stairs. And I was like, just in my head, like, just hearing, do you want to, just for €10, do you want a 3-year warranty?
€10. On every step.
It's
€10,
like
€10.
Is it Carnation? What is the one that's like doom?
EastEnders.
East City.
East City. Yeah, that's right. You're turning into an old mother lady character. You're like, oh yeah, he was using one of those Richard Murphy Hoovers on East City. I was watching, just mixing all the words. So.
East City.
I think you're thinking of Morphy Richards.
He was using one of those Larry Murphy Hoovers. Isn't that what he's famous for? But then I broke it again when I'm just not meant to use the Hoover. I broke it again the second time I used it. So.
Well, what did you do? What did you do the second time? Did you fuck it down the stairs again?
I cracked it because that it has the the clippy bit on the like the bottom there on like the sucky part has like a it has like a bit that like goes up and down where it's like you get more grip if you like clip it one way. Do you know what I mean?
Do you mean the neck extends and retracts? Is that what you're talking
about? No, I mean
Okay. Please go on ahead. Go on ahead, please. This is very entertaining. The head of the Hoover, is that what you're talking about?
The head of the Hoover. Do you know it has like the bristles that come down?
I know what you mean.
Or you can put them up or down if you need more grip or whatever.
Now
I have Hoover carpet, so I didn't need the grippy bit.
Gotcha.
But for some reason, I couldn't get it to go all the way up, so I couldn't push the Hoover forward.
So you threw it down the stairs. You took the head
so
off.
I threw it down the stairs. So then I cracked it because I pushed it too hard. And it got stuck and it cracked. So now it's really irritating. Now it's really annoying to use because it keeps breaking.
Jesus Christ, man. You know, if you ever wanted to put the fucking frighteners onto Handy Andy, you should Hoover around him because apparently you're just breaking the shit out of it. Come on, the fucking... I'll be with you in a minute. That's the fucking front. You fucking, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think both times he's come over afterwards and I'm like, I broke the Hoover some more because he was with me when I bought it and I was all like, I don't need it, I won't break it, and I broke it twice.
This is great. This is like this is like Andy's diary of red flags in the relationship.
She can't Hoover.
She can't Hoover. She won't insure items even though she's guaranteed to break them. She throws things down the stairs in a rage. She kicks the head off the Hoover.
That's so funny because I was just on the phone to him and I walked up the stairs and I nearly fell down it twice.
Jillian,
it's been a rough couple of days.
We're all very worried about you. We're all very worried about you. So how was today was your first day in work, Jillian, in new work? Are you allowed to talk about that now, or is this going to result in you getting instantly fired?
No, I'm still not going to what's the word?
Hoover?
I'm still not going to I can't think of the word where you're like reveal. I'm not going to reveal the name of the company.
Oh, well, I think that's a good idea.
I don't know if they like me or not yet. But yeah,
can you confirm or deny that it is Murphy Richards Vacuum Manufacturing? Can you at least that? Larry Richards, apologies. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Because that would be ironic.
But yeah, it went really well. I didn't have to be there till 10 o'clock this morning, which was quite nice.
Right.
Because I finished my old job yesterday.
Okay, fucking.
Wow. It's funny the fucks that you do not give on your last day, isn't it? It's the like feeling of like freedom.
It's a great feeling.
It was a really easy day though because there was no one. It was so quiet. But I wanted an arsehole. Do you know what I mean? Just so I could have been a complete prick.
I got you. So you wanted to be here's your croissant, you cunt.
Yeah.
Smush it in their face. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Throw them down the front steps as if they were a Hoover. Yeah, you. Let me kick your bristles in as well.
But yeah, so yesterday was grand, easy day to finish on, you know. And then this morning was lovely. I just had like proper like introduction, you know, HR or orientation, that kind of standard stuff. But it was really good day. Like it went really quickly. Just in my office. I'm in the office with three other people. As first days go, I think it was quite a good first day. But everyone in the office, like, you know, they do that thing where they give you the tour of the office and they're like, this is this person, and you meet like 50 people in one go. And you're like, I have no idea what any of your names are.
Nice to meet you. No idea. Never. Not gonna know. Do you have a name? That's it. Yeah, it's great.
Doesn't matter.
Susan 1 and that's Susan 7 and this is Jane. Yeah. But everyone calls her eggplant. You know, and you just fuck it.
But yeah, it was good. I did laugh because I was doing, I'm obviously the office administrator, so I was doing like stationery orders and stuff today. Yeah. For the old office, and I was just reminded of, I don't know if I ever told you this, but my first day when I was working back in the accountancy place, during a whole 2 jobs ago. My first day there too, they just got me to order some stationery for the office, right? And whatever way I did it, I ended up thinking that I had ordered 30,000 rolls of toilet roll.
Oh, I do remember this. Yes, I do. I remember that.
And I was, because you know you're super, like, I'm super shy when you first fucking meet me anyway, but I was just like too scared to tell the fucking directors, like, hey, I think I've ordered 30,000.
There were
So
4
I just
super
said-
tankers of toilet paper arriving tomorrow.
And that office was fucking tiny, like, and I just I didn't say anything to anyone. I was just like, I really hope 30,000 rolls of toilet roll don't turn up.
That's great. That's great.
But nothing like too traumatizing happened, because usually first days they can something you could like set fire to something and you're like, I don't even know how that happened.
It's normally one or the other. It normally either goes like, oh, that was surprisingly good, or like you've accidentally killed David, the beloved old accountant who's been there for 100 years. It's
Everyone
always
loves him.
Yeah, and you've what's my first day? I'm sorry. You kicked him down the stairs.
Is that a year? Disaster. But yeah, it was good. It was a good day. I'm really like, I can't believe how quickly it went. But because you're not really doing anything on your first day. You're just kind of arsing around.
Yeah, it's like first day back in school. You know what I mean? You're fucking you're meeting your
friends.
Right
about what you did in your summer holiday.
Getting your new books and stuff like that. Look at this.
Yeah.
So that's it. First. So now, so Gillian, what will your duties be? Just ordering stationery, or what? Are you secretarial?
All I gotta do is order stationery. That's all I'm doing. Well, they said that there's not much, like there's no face-to-face clients, which I'm fucking delighted about. Goodbye, general public. Go fuck yourself.
Fucking perfect for you. Yeah, absolutely. You don't like any faces near your face.
Reception was definitely the worst role for me to have. I hate everyone.
That is very much a customer-facing role, and you would rather have your back to the world, I think.
I absolutely would. It's just proper like general office administrator. So like ordering, but like if you're fucking computer breaks, I get you a new one. That kind of shite. Invoicing, just general shite.
People are going to comment and say, do you have the Johnson report? And you'll be like, I'm right on it.
It's a bit like, they're like, oh, we need to do that, and we don't know. We'll just get her to do it. It's fine, random things.
I got you. Now, will you be making tea or coffee for people? Because that's, that's the sign of where you are in the hierarchy. No, you don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Well, I would like to point out to you, you fucking were doing nothing but that in your last job. So.
Oh my God, that's so true. And people look down on you, and you're like, listen, cunt, right? If I don't make you this coffee, it's your day that's ruined, not mine. So get off your stupid high horse.
That's right. See?
Oh my God,
and
Alan.
you saying you're not good with customers. Ridiculous. No. You'll miss them though, Gillian. Now you're just looking at stationery all day. You'll miss them. I think I worked this out today. I'm so upset, Gillian.
No.
I think I'm slightly allergic to dairy products because cheese, man. Cheese. Because I was just feeling like sometimes I get like congested or like I'm slightly asthmatic anyway, right? And then it just kind of comes and goes, and I didn't know what the fact was. But today now, man, I ate my own body weight in cheese anyway, just because whatever, my day off. And I was like, then the congestion and the thing, I was like, oh man, because I was fine in the morning. So this is
oh no,
very upset.
That's definitely a thing. I think some people can get like real bad cough and stuff if they, because it's all just stuck. It seems to be. Oh, that's really upsetting.
Yeah, so that's no,
because you're going to become an old latte wanker now as well. I'm just allergic to dairy. I'm just allergic to dairy.
Jesus Christ, man. This is the problem. See,
and I get really worried when I was a waiter yesterday. I get really worried about people who tell me that they have allergies. I'm genuinely worried about them. I don't want them to be sick. As much as I hate people,
unless they're cunts, I'd be fucking.
Unless they're cunts. So I'll be like, yeah, Grant, I will make sure that there's no dairy on your fucking sandwich or whatever. And I'll go in and I'll tell the chef, and every chef I've ever worked with does not give a flying fuck. It's so stressful because then people. They don't care, and you're like, I'm sorry that he's ruining your dish because he's allergic to nuts. Makes me nervous. And I get-
Imagine like any other. I don't know what it is with chefs because they have, like in any other profession, like you know what I mean, like allergies or whatever it is, or customer service. You know, to some extent, I know some people can be stupid, but when it comes to what are you up to? But when it comes to not killing people, like you're like, fair enough. Oh, it's a bit inconvenience for my work, but fair enough. I don't want people to die. But chefs are just, fuck you. This has fucking flakes of dairy on it. That's how I envisioned it. It's my dream. It's my artistry. I'm sorry, your baby's dead. Okay. This is a very important souffle. You know, and you're just like, what
they're like.
So
it's ridiculous. And I do get that a lot of people lie because they just don't like the taste of something, and they'll just tell you that they're allergic. But there are people who are like, I'm not messing. I will die if you give me this. And chefs are like, don't give a shit. You're like, but it's me. I will be.
I'm the one who has to deliver the poison apple to the victim.
Like, it's ridiculous.
It's very funny. But anyway, Gillian, you don't have to worry about that anymore, man. Now you're free of cafe life, and now you're back in the office. And as we know from previous experience, it is certainly not the case that a week from now you would be bitching and moaning about being in an office and saying how much better things were when you were a waitress. That's definitely not happened before.
Has never happened. What are you talking about?
No, but that's good. Well, I'm glad
I did really like. I had a good time in Huffletree. I stayed there for almost 2 years, so I had a good time there.
Yeah. You know, for all your complaining, you mostly liked it. In fairness, if you got good people, you know, if people are fun, that's.
Yeah, this is it. Like it really, like your team really matters. Like if you really, really like people you work with, you'll put up with the shit job. Like you know. For
sure. I mean, Yeah, it's funny. I was just thinking because obviously I'm going to be finishing up working in a dungeon now in a couple of weeks or whatever, and man. I was just thinking about it. I was like, man, everyone who works here is fucking sound, and it's a lot of people. Like the actors, it's like 20. Well, actually, it's more than that actually because there's some of them on furlough and all this shit. But like 20 odd actors, like a handful of managers, people who work right. So loads of people, and like not one of them's a cunt. That's very unusual. You know what I mean?
Well, Alan, if you walk into a room and you don't see any cunts.
Oh, you're right. There we go. Everyone around here is great, aren't they? Yeah, most of them are, Alan. Yeah, most of us are great. Yeah. Always nice to see you.
My friend's mom, I want to say, her birthday is Valentine's Day.
Nice.
And then they got married on Valentine's Day. So I was like, he is a fucking clever man. 3 in 1. He got a 3 in 1. That
man now, he did the math. And I bet it was more expensive to book the hotel and shit in Valentine's Day. And people were like, oh, what are you doing, Mick? That's a fucking mad idea. What a waste of money. He was like, talk to me in a few years' time after you've missed your wife's second, third, fourth anniversary. You talk to me then and tell me if it's worth the money, huh? After you've been locked out of the house, right?
Yeah.
See if it's worth it next. That is good move. That's a good move. Well, you know, my ex-girlfriend Louise, her birthday was September 11th, man. So I was just like, fucking outstanding. And that was an amazing one too, because of course, you know, she was born and then only, imagine that, like, you know, who else knows? I mean, what could happen on your birthday? Anything could happen. That'd be very...
Well, my birthday is also Santa's birthday, so I think I win.
That does, I mean, that one kind of lines up properly.
Yeah.
You see now, yeah, that...
Are you not? Oh, no, you're not. What? I was going to say, are you not born on, like, the summer solstice, but you're not. That's the 21st of June.
I'm
completely wrong.
That is several months and days and weeks out. But it would be cool to be born on the summer solstice, but I was not.
I was quite close to Pearl Harbor because Pearl Harbor happened on the 7th of December, and I'm the 6th.
There you go.
So, but that wouldn't be as famous as like 9/11. Do you know what I mean?
No, Well, you know, I mean, let's not split hairs here in terms of like tragic events from history.
Sorry, I don't.
I tell you, fucking. Well, oh, you were born on 9/11, were you? It's no fucking Holocaust. God, you think you're big man, are you?
Maybe famous. Maybe famous was the wrong word, but I mean, like, if I would turn around to you and were like, oh, you know, 12/7, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
I got you. I know what you're
that's
saying.
what I meant.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. But as well, see, 9/11 is one of the events.
There's no Holocaust.
Straight
Cancelled.
to hell.
We're going to be cancelled.
Straight to hell. I was just editing the last clips for this week's or next week's one, and there's just one where I offhandedly say, take your dead baby and fuck off, and I was just like, man, this is cancelled. We're all cancelled.
Take your dead baby and fuck off. Oh,
hey, there we go. This is where the more merch. We got the little Jill dolls, but we can have T-shirts made as well. You know, take your dead baby and fuck off. There you go. That's a winner right there. But
and then your fucking maternity doctor accidentally wears it to work under his coat one day. He's like, I'm just a big fan of the podcast. I don't mean.
It's not right. Sorry, I forgot I had it on underneath.
Oh, that's great.
Outstanding. And he's got a 9/11 fucking boxers on. It's my girlfriend's birthday. I'm sorry.
It's laundry day. It's laundry day.
I'm sorry. Someone did say, Alan, I like your style, but it looks like it's always laundry day at your house to me the other day. And I was like, thank you very much.
Thank you. I will take that
compliment. It's always laundry day in Allentown. Does your mom have good taste, like if she buys you clothes or whatever?
Yeah. I hate shopping. I fucking hate shopping. But I will go shopping with mom. She's just the type of person that will just like, you know, no one else will see it in the shop, but mom will see it, and it'll be the nicest thing in the shop. And then and she's really good at like sales as well, because you know those sales rails can be awful. You know, it's just like everything thrown on top of each other.
You gotta dig.
Yeah, mom's so good. For like, she's really good at shopping, so I like, but she's mad. Like, I'll go in for one thing and I'll come out with the entire shop when I go shopping with mom. Right. But because she's the type of person, she won't buy like a t-shirt, she'll buy a whole outfit. If she buys, you know, so then you end up buying the whole outfit. But then you're like, yeah, great, it looks lovely. I really like this, and I wouldn't do this myself. So I actually I do really like going shopping with mom, but I won't shop on my own. I fucking hate it. You don't shop.
So that's interesting now, because some people are like the opposite. Like, you know what I mean? They would happily shop by themselves, but would loathe to shop with another.
Yeah. No,
especially
I hate
a parent. Shopping. Like.
Yeah, it's weird. I would go shopping with mom all day, but not grocery shopping though. I can't stand that.
Oh, is right. You wouldn't grocery shop with your mother? You mean? Okay, so okay, this is good. What's the difference there then? Now, what's the difference? Now, obviously, with the clothes shopping, your mother's doing the work that you don't want to do, digging through stuff, looking at stuff, finding stuff. But what is it about clothes shopping that you dislike then, if you don't mind me asking?
I just fucking hate it. So these people who are like, oh, retail therapy, I'm like, I don't understand retail therapy. I hate it. I don't know what it is. I hate that. Well, and it's gone now, but I hate the fact that you'd have to like try on the clothes.
Yeah, it is a bit of a fucking ordeal.
It's an absolute wreck the head. I don't know what it is, but I absolutely hate shopping. Hate it. Like, not about it.
Okay, fair enough. So like, would you you ever see any clothes that you like the look of, or do you just like it's not worth the effort? Like, you know what I mean?
If I see something, I'll probably run in and like buy it. But like, I could never just like stroll around a shop for hours. Like, I have to go. Like, if I was going shopping, I'd be like, okay, I need to buy. Like, I almost have a list of like, okay, I need jeans, I need a jacket. You know, you're
a man. That's what you are. You're a man. That's how men shop for clothes. It's
when
just
it
like,
comes to shopping,
I need blue socks. And nothing else. Like the Terminator with the little thing zooming in. No socks.
I hate just like strolling around. I can't. I find it so. I just wrecks my head. I hate it so much. Like, hate it.
See, yeah, I'm quite good at picking out women's clothes as well. I think because women's clothes are there's more variety of stuff. Like I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I always feel bad
for fellas in shops, because women will have like 4 floors, and it felt like it's like one.
Just a
floor,
corner,
half
a dusty corner in
down
the
back of
basement.
shop.
You know what I mean?
It's
Some-
really mean.
Some sort of grizzled old
Men need to be
customer
dressed
service.
as well. It's not fair.
That's my favorite thing if you're shopping for men's clothes. If you go to, obviously, if you're in Pennies or somewhere like that, it's just a big raffle pit nightmare. But like, if you're in like a men's clothes shop, there's always some like ancient fucking like Transylvania, like looks like the butler from the Munsters or something, like one of those shows. Yes, can I help you, young man? Yes, come here. You need, you know, this is, and there's you're kind of like, oh Jesus, Igor, you know, give me I just want to, I can do this by myself. Thank you very much. You know, mustard is the color of young men. You're like, all right, but that's because that's his profession. But yeah, so I do like that. I like shopping for women's clothes, but there's a tolerance level where I start getting annoyed after a certain amount of time. But I started buying some clothes online now. I don't know what happened to me. I went to the last day I was on all these. You know what it is? Instagram's finally decided. Previously, it was trying to sell me whatever it was. You know those ads who seem to be completely unrelated to anything you're interested in.
Anything like
like
they're
canoes,
just trying to
see-through women's leotards, you know, golf clubs that are shaped like Homer Simpson. Just like I was like, where is this coming from? You know? Whereas now it's worked out that I like outrageously colorful clothes, and it started hitting me with all this shit. So I did buy some stuff, but it'll probably all be the wrong size because I always get the size wrong. But so that is the shopping with the clothes with the mother. It's good to have the mother on side. But what's the difference then with supermarket?
I think it's
shopping?
because when you go clothes shopping, you're aware that it's going to take a long time. It's like this is the day you're shopping. But and I think it's just because I think my mother has just scarred us all with Duns, because you drive through town, we have no reason to go into Duns, and mom will still be like, I just need to run into Duns for just milk, just one thing, and then you end up that was it in my childhood. It was just a trap. It was just the 4 of us, or the 3 of us, because Lorraine wasn't alive. It was just the 3 of us sitting in the fucking car for like literally an hour while she goes in to buy fucking milk, and she comes out with a trolley load of shit, and you're just like, right. So I can't deal, because but like we all do it, like we all go in and then we all do it, but I can't go.
But now, do you not like waiting in cars, or do you like not like physically go? Because I mean, who wants to wait in a car? You know what I mean? But like, fucking,
no,
do you not want to go
I do
shopping?
Get really, like, I've no patience when I'm in the shop, like with her or whatever.
So when you shop though, Gillian, is that because like, are you just like the man that getting the socks with your grocery shopping as well, or is it the meandering of your mother picking up different boxes of Jaffa cakes, being 2 for 1? But this one's bigger.
I always thought that I was really quick at grocery shopping, but then I started going out with Andy, and he literally. He just really made me realize how long I spend in, like, here I am giving up about my mom. I am my mother. Like, he interesting. Turned around, because obviously I don't drive. He turned, and he does, but he turned around to me. This is a few months ago. He turned around and he was like, you need to learn how to drive. And I was like, what? We were driving out of Super Valley or wherever the fuck we were. And he was like, you need to learn how to drive, because I'm not doing this. I'm not driving you to the shop. I'm not doing this. I can't keep doing this.
That's great. That's great.
It's so funny.
I love that.
And then, like, I'm just now like hyper aware, especially when I'm with him. I'm like super aware of how, like, it takes me forever to walk around the fucking shop. Like,
that's great. I feel for Anne. That's exactly what I do too. I'm just like, it's fine, just be patient, and then it just all blows up, and you're like, no more meandering through the bread section in Tesco. No, it will not stand. And then
we don't need the bagels.
Yeah, and then quite rightly, your partner is like, where is this coming from? And you're like, well, I bottled it all up for months, didn't I? Because that's how we do the thing.
It was really funny.
So Andy he's even more. So like, Jesus Christ, oh man, I mean, what would be a very fun day would be to get your mom and Andy to go shopping, like, No, you just put them off, but you get a hidden camera.
I'll wait in the car.
and then you go off and do whatever you want to do. Just as your mother's slow motion sort of walking like she's on the moon through the breakfast cereal aisle, you know.
I think Andy would already be in the car on the way home without her, if that's what she's doing.
That's so great. But I wonder what my speed is now, because sometimes I like a meander. You know, I think it depends on my mood. Sometimes I think if I'm feeling a bit whimsical, I'll be like, let's see what fruitcake is on offer here. Let's have a little, just, you know. Plus, back in the day, you used to pick things up and squeeze them and put them back. Whereas now, I'm kind of like, oh, probably covered in Corona. I'm covered in Corona. Everything's covered in Corona. But like, sometimes I like a little meander. Do you know what I like doing? Is I like, if I'm in a new place or if I'm traveling around, to go and see. Let's see what their spa is like. Let's see if there's any variations. You know what I mean? Dude, there's like a Sainsbury's around the corner here, and I didn't realize, like, depending on where you are, some of them have extra little sections. Like, there's a whole Polish section in the Sainsbury's down there, and I was like, that's interesting. Yeah, maybe I will partake in some Polish mustard, which is of course slang for MDMA. But I like that. I like that, and then you can kind of, or I like you know, I really like, this is kind of slightly off point, but I like news agents in small towns in Ireland. That's one of my favorite things, because they always have like weird extra little bits and bobs that you won't get in like a spa or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, I bought a little travel sewing kit in one like a week ago.
There you go. That's the kind of shit now.
Yeah, I was like, that's exactly what I need.
Were you sewing something on the go?
No,
you just
but you just keep it in your bag for when, you know, your button fucking falls off. You're like, oh, I can just sew this back on real quick. No, panic.
Thank you. Thank you, Listos. One tiny news agent on the corner, randomness.
The pound shop. I don't really trust the pound shop, so I just feel like everything's gone off in there. Do you know what I mean? And it always reminds me of and this is obviously from my fucking dad doing plays and stuff when I was younger, but they all just look like sets to plays to me. Because a lot of John.
How do you mean?
Not a lot. There's not a lot, but like, do you know, play, like, what play? There's oh, my mom's fucking texting me. My Big Maggie by John Buchan is based in a shop, and there's a play by what's his name? The guy from Galway, in Bruges. He wrote in Bruges.
Oh, Madonna. What's his name? That's
Martin McDonagh.
There we go. Thank you.
He has a play that's set in a shop. So like, there's just loads of plays that are set in shops. So obviously
that's hilarious. I mean, like, the number of plays set in shops must be actually incredibly small. But in your brain, it's like, you know, because you literally just said, you know, plays, Alan, plays. They're always in shops. Shakespeare's, you know?
They're all set in shops.
Out, damn spot. Clean up in aisle 7. You know?
Can you do a price check on this for me? Yeah, they just look like plays to me. That's all it is.
That's so funny.
Because of the old like cash register and stuff like that.
But you're saying pound shops look more like what you imagine play sets to look like than other shops? Like, what's because no, I'm not talking about like deals. I'm talking about like old village shops. I see what you're saying. I love them. I love them pound shops.
Yeah.
Because you get the random shit in there, the deals or the whatever they are, the other equivalent, Euro Giant or whatever it is. They are all you get good shit in them, but they're all uniform. They're the same stuff everywhere.
They're all the very same everywhere.
Yeah, I love that, because you get all sorts of mad shit they've just somehow got from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My favorite thing is
in the shop for ages. Sorry, you go.
No, I was just gonna say, like, you know, you buy if you go to like more like co-ops as well. They sell like plastic animals, because like for scaring off crows and shit like that, right? So you have like plastic owls and plastic eagles and plastic fucking stalks,
Yeah.
storks. I always say stalks, as in like as opposed to anyway. But yeah, so I buy those for my mother, you know, every time because I used to drive around the co-op selling all that like the agricultural shit. So like our front garden is full of different fucking plastic animals that I bought. Great, it's great.
I love that.
Decorative like fucking bunny rabbits and all sorts of mad stuff, you know. I got a polar bear as well. I got a polar bear, and I was going to post it to her from the Arctic, but I actually bought it in Cork just because I thought it'd be funny. But it didn't work. Anyway, yeah. So if you ever want to see a rockery full of fucking plastic animals, that's the front of my house. But yeah, I love them. I love them Poundlands. I love them old Poundlands. But in your head, it makes you think. You're just like, where's the audience?
I just feel like I'm just walking into a theater. Like it's so funny.
That's so funny. That's so.
Isn't that mad?
Yeah, but it's just associations, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. I just associate those shops, and it's also I think it is also because they're kind of like dying out a little bit.
Right.
Like there's so many of them that are like all boarded up and stuff, which is all super sad.
Yes.
But, so then I associate them even more with plays then, because plays are all like quite obviously quite a lot of plays are set back in the day.
This is a good.
So then I associate that with like back in the day as well. Do you know what I mean?
Very good. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's a pity, man. Lots of that stuff is all those sort of ones are shutting up shop as such. Lots of these like locally owned little businesses and shit. So it's a bummer.
Yeah.
But hey, you'll always have deals.
Yeah. Yay! You'll always have deals. Let's all have all the same things all the time.
Yay.
Forever.
That's it. Every country in the world, the same shite.
The same.
Same shite.
The same.
But then you can go and find. But there's not everything is the same. You know, you can find the difference. It's like when you go to different countries and you're like, let's see what's in their McDonald's. That's what I do.
Have we talked about this? I don't like McDonald's in other countries. It really upsets
you're
me.
Fucking racist. That's why. That's why.
Just because
It upsets you.
Although it upsets me.
I thought we had something special.
Why did you use me, Ronald?
I really like your nails. I keep meaning to say your nails are very cool.
Thank you.
Thanks. Anyway, now make your racist McDonald's diatribe. Go ahead.
Because I don't like spicy food, so I obviously don't eat spicy food. And my favorite thing on the McDonald's menu is a Mac chicken sandwich.
Okay. Yeah. And
in everywhere except, as far as I can find, except in Ireland, the Mac chicken sandwich is spicy everywhere else.
Yes. This is true. And this is because the Irish definition of spicy is so far below every other human conception of what that word even means.
That is so fair.
It's true. That's 100% it is the case. Yeah, it is definitely the case.
So then when I moved to Merca, when I was there, I started eating Big Macs because I was like, I can't cope with the spicy chicken. And now I fucking love Big Macs. So I guess it did work out in the end. But
for who? Look at McDonald's.
For me, because now I have a choice when I go to McDonald's.
That's great. Your palate has expanded to the flavor sensation that is the Big Mac.
That is the Big Mac. Yeah, I fucking love a Big Mac. Actually, I'd love a Big Mac right now.
Big Macs are solid, man. Big Macs are good. There's but my new I'm sure I'll miss lots of things about sunny Croydon. But one of the things I will miss is Burger Boys. Burger Boys Burger Place is the best burger and chip place I've ever eaten in. They are amazing. Double XL rodeo burgers. They have spicy chicken wings that would literally kill you if you looked at them, Gillian.
Yeah.
If you even glanced at them. It's quality. And they do sweet potato fries, which I like as well.
That's very fancy for a chipper.
Yeah, right. Whereas the rest, it is really proper chipper food. But then I actually like sweet potato fries as well. So having that as like a combo, I'm a big fan of. And it only costs like whatever, 50 p extra or something.
50 quid. Just 50 quid for the old sweet potato fries. Was that a real one?
No, they're all real ones. It's just like there's a
Oh,
hospital up end here.
that
So
sounded more like you were playing it on your
that's what
computer.
I do. That's what I have little sound effects here to annoy you.
Yeah. I would believe that.
Hoover, bang, bang, bang. That's
Just hear my housemate fall down the stairs.
do. See, what he falls down the stairs and then his head cracks into the television, which flips on EastEnders. That starts at the point where the bang, bang, bangs end, and then you don't find his body until the next morning because you're not alerted to it.
Because I was like, EastEnders is on.
EastEnders is on.
EastEnders is on. That's what I heard. EastEnders is on.
That's great. That's great. Shopping. And I was going to say, when you go shopping, though, do you have like a shopping list and do you stick to it? Or is it different clothes shopping versus grocery shopping, whatever it's called?
Well, grocery shopping, I kind of buy the same thing every time. So I guess that is kind of like a list. I just know exactly what I want. And yeah, so I'll go into the clothes shop with the idea of being like I won't go shopping unless I won't go clothes shopping unless I need something. You know what I mean?
That's a good shout, yeah. That's a good call.
So then when I go into the shop, then I'll go and I'll be like buying what I'm looking for. But then if I see something that I like, I will obviously buy that as well. But I go in with the
That's
intention.
the goal, though. That's the good intention.
Yeah.
So, but that's the thing then now. Like, but if Andy is saying you're a slow shopper, right? He's an irritated. Then like, is it literally just the speed then? Because presumably, if you're buying the same thing every time, you know where you're going. You know what I mean? Or are you're saying that now, but do you find yourself picking up packs of Cocoa Pops and being like, I had no idea there was that much niacin in these? And you glance over to Andy, who's just like,
I don't care. I think maybe when I'm neighbors. I think when I'm with Andy, I'm like trying to buy like sweets and stuff, or we're having like a movie night, and I'm very like, what do you want? Do you want anything?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so that's what actually. So this is the classic example of the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, which is that you can't observe something without changing it, right? So if Andy wasn't there, you'd actually be moving at a speed that Andy would be happy with. But when he is there, yeah. Heisenberg uncertainty principle. And
that's really funny.
there you go. So next time you see Andy, you'll be like, I know what the problem is, the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. And he was like, how does it help me that you have a name for it now?
Yeah, you're still driving me stupid in the shop.
Fucking driving me mad. But yeah, that's it, because you're trying to buy like nice things for like date night or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah.
So and like, you know, I don't want to, you know, it's that very, very much that like thing where you're like, I don't want to force you to eat something you don't want to eat. So it's very like, what do you want? What do you want? No, but what do you want?
Oh gosh, yeah. That's too much, man. That's too much. Yeah. You can't do that. You can't do that. I hate that.
I do think I've gotten, because when he did, like, he was like, I can't do this.
I just can't go back to Super Value. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I do think I've gotten better, but then again, if I asked him, I probably have not.
I got you. You've gotten relatively better. You're proud of the progress that you've made, which is great.
So. which is great.
And
he's still here, so that's also winning.
There you go. Hey, listen, #winning. That's right. That's good for you. But it is funny, you know. Sometimes when you try to, it's not interesting though. When you try, just not about this specifically, but like when you try to sort of accommodate somebody else, you end up just annoying the fuck out of them. You know, that's it's true. I do that all the time, and that always happens in my room. What are you gonna do? When you you know, it's very, and then it's funny. I think, you know, that's why I like. I think that's why I like. You know, I was gonna say obnoxious. That's not quite the word. But that's why I think I like very strong-minded, belligerent women, because they're just like, I want this, and I'm like, this is great. I don't have to worry about what you want. Oh well, we get to go here, and they're just like, I want dinosaurs now. We're going to the museum. I'm like, fucking all right. That's it, you know. But then after a while,
That's not fair though. Like, what happens if you don't want to go to the museum?
well, see, you know, that's the thing though. That's the, if you want, then you have to learn to be belligerent as well. That's what I'm trying to learn to be more. I don't think belligerent's the right word, but I like how it sounds, so I'm going to stick with it. It's like, then if they're like, dinosaurs, that's such a funny example. Dinosaurs museum now, then you just go, no, I'm going to the park. Ah! So then you have to shout back at them. And then that way.
But then it's just an argument.
Yeah, but that's so much better, you know? No, it's not an argument. So no, that's the thing. It's like once you get used to that person's style, then it's not an argument anymore, you know? Because they say what they want, you say what they want, and you either compromise or you don't, or you do separate things. But what you don't do is end up doing something that you don't want to do unknowingly to the other person, and you don't end up in this middle space where, you know, you're trying to make them happy and they're trying to make you happy, but everyone's really quite annoyed because we should have been out of fucking super value 45 minutes ago. No, I'm having flashbacks to my own life now. But yeah, but that's better, you know. I think that's better.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's hard, but
yeah,
also
I
it's
think
easier to do. It's
it
easier to be like that if you're a cunt as well, which I am. So that's fine.
Yeah. Very true.
True. Yeah, that's funny. Now your mom's good at shopping. That's good.
Yeah, it's mad, and it is funny because a lot of people really don't like shopping with their mother, but I'm always like, for my 21st birthday, but I'll even do this, like, I actually drive her stupid because I'll go home and I'll have, like, I don't know, fucking wedding to go to or something. I'll go home and I'll be like, Mom, I don't have a dress. And then Mom will just be like, why do you do this to me? And then she'll find me like something, and she also, like, she'll give you something that looks ridiculous, but then you put it on and she's just got a really, like, good eye for clothes. Do you know what I mean?
That's good.
So for my 21st birthday, I was living in Dublin. I said that like I don't live in Dublin still. I'm still in Dublin.
Like back in the crazy heady days.
When I lived in Dublin, yeah. When I came home, like, I'd, like, Dublin fucking walked looking for something to wear to my 21st. Wow. And then I went into a shop with my mom, and then Mom gave me, like, a dress that's like it was like it's like a straight dress, so it didn't, like, come out. You know what I mean? I got you. Straight down. And I would
hangs
never
off your tits and goes straight down.
Straight down. That was the description on the tag. And then Mom, like, gave me that dress, and she was like, try that on, and I was like, that won't look nice on me, and she was like, put it on, and then that was the dress I bought.
Sweet.
And I was like, I would never have ever picked that dress up, like, and I loved it when I put it on. You know what I mean?
That's like when people have like the sort of like style advisors or personal shoppers and stuff like that.
Personal shoppers, yeah.
Yeah, the personal shopper thing. Yeah, I think that's
yeah.
Having an eye for other people's stuff is cool. So that's just your mother. See, your mother's only down the road, huh? Maybe I'll enlist her to buy me. Get on
to good old fucking Geraldine there.
Get her to buy me a dress that hangs off my tits straight down to the floor, huh? There you go.
And I bet you look fucking lovely on you.
Of course. Absolutely.
I know that she was busy watching the snooker final last night.
Very good. There's no one there. They just put sound effects on. You seen that?
There was people there for the final.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they socially there was the first event in England, actually, that they were like trialing it in the final of the snooker. There was only like 30 people there or something, but
just politely.
Yeah, they said that they were saying that your man that lost, well, like, to be fair now, I only watched the first 2 fucking frames of the entire thing, but they were saying at the start of that they were like, oh, we think that he got to the final and played so well because there was no audience there.
Right, different pressure.
Yeah. So then they were saying, then at the final, they were like, he's playing differently. He's playing a bit weird, and they're like, maybe the audience are throwing him.
That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Like, I mean, if you think about stuff that you could do, I mean, an audience ups the ante or would make you more nervous, which to some people can make them perform better under pressure. But you can certainly imagine that, like, whatever version of it you get used to, The other version would be a bit off-putting then.
They'll throw you like. Yeah, that's so true.
Somebody was saying for the sound effects ones where they were piping in the clapping and shit like that. Apparently, whoever was doing it like didn't know anything about snooker because like they were putting in like oohs and ahs and like claps and things in the wrong bits, which sounds hilarious.
That is very.
He's just chalking his cue, and they're just oh,
yeah.
Ooh, you know.
That's maybe he knows everything about snooker, and he was just like, "Fuck this."
Yes, yeah.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Because he knew exactly when to put in the wrong thing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you'd have to know it in order to get it that wrong, kind of thing.
Yeah. That's very funny.
It's funny, man. But like, yeah, sports and stuff like that will be mad now if there's not people. The UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship, they've started doing matches as well in empty arenas, and apparently all the fighters love it. All the fighters prefer it because I don't know what that is, but they all have universally said they prefer not having a crowd there, which is the opposite of what you think, you know, with a fight.
Yeah, especially in a fight, you'd be like getting all like riled up and fucking ready to ready to punch a fucker. Ready to rumble.
Ready to punch a fucker. And other catchphrases that were trialed before they got to Ready to Rumble. Let's get ready to punch a fucker. I just don't know if that's gonna work. It's a bit on the nose.
Child friendly. I love that. That's a lot better. Let's get ready to punch a fucker.
That's what you're absolutely right. They'd say that's not child friendly, and like this is a sport where people beat the fucking head off each other. There's nothing remotely child friendly.
No, this is not child friendly at all. And you're worried about the fucking slogan, are you?
That's it. Yeah, don't want to damage the young minds of children. What about the minds of these two lads who are knocking each other's brains out like in front of 4-year-olds? I want to do that. But apparently though, I think one of the reasons why is it's sort of that misconstrued idea maybe that people have as well. It's like because when you think about fighting, you think about being angry and then being amped up. Whereas actually the best fighters are calm. They're not angry at all. It's all strategy as such. You know what I mean? Yeah. The more emotional you are, the less in control you are, kind of thing. And the more likely you are. Especially something like I suppose any of the sports really. Any of the sports.
Yeah, I think actually most people were like, yeah, love it without the crowd. And it's really interesting because that fella, like even in the sport, like even in the fucking the snooker. Like he might not have ever made it to the maybe he would have, but he wouldn't have probably wouldn't have made it to the final if the audience were there and stuff. It's interesting.
Yeah, funny.
You know,
it's funny. But like, well, except for comedy, Gillian, we can't do it for comedy. But everything else,
we need the audience. Did I tell you about me going to my first to the comedy gig? Did I say about that?
No, you said you were going to go to it because it was like a dinner, drinks combo thing. So how was that?
Yeah. It was great. It was so fucking lovely to just sit there and because it just felt like it always like it was just so nice to be at an actual gig and not have to make sure my fucking earphones were in and stuff. But it was so lovely. But so there was only maybe like 30 or 40 people in the room, but the room was small enough that it looked
that's a decent amount of people. Like
it's really small enough that you didn't really notice that there was only like 30 people there.
Oh.
And we were all just like staying at our tables, getting our food and drinks served to us. And then they had like an extra long break so that the bartenders had enough time to get around to every table and get your drinks out to you as well.
Very good.
Which is pretty sweet. Yeah, so then it was just Danny. They only had 3 comedians. It was just Danny, Damo, and Deirdre O'Kane headlined then. It was actually brilliant. It was so good. Nice. And because I remember we were saying this, we were like, when we go back to the fucking clubs, everyone's going to be so sick of COVID material. Everyone's going to hate it. Everyone's going to be like, don't talk to me about COVID. I want to talk about COVID. And then Danny and Damo both did COVID material, and it was so fucking funny. It was and then we were talking about it afterwards, and we were like, this is like the only topic that is completely relevant to everyone.
That's true. It's a good point. Yeah.
And they were like, absolutely every person in this room has experienced COVID-19. Yeah. We've all lived through it together. So they were like, it's brilliant for comedy.
That's a good way of thinking of it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, that's so true. So now we'll all be fucking writing COVID material.
Yeah. So that would be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because you saw how well it went, you will turn it into shite. So that everyone does it. Yeah. No, that's cool though. Yeah.
Deirdre was gassed then because obviously Danny and Damo were on before and they both talked about COVID, and then she walked on the stage and she was like, the lads talked about COVID, so I'm just going to talk about myself.
Very good.
It was very good.
And give it like some other extra element or some other extra like vibe to it if people are actually like, they're like going out to go to like a comedy show, even when it's more of a mid-level. I'm not disparaging anyone or whatever, but I was saying like if that becomes a model for all comedy, not just like big name comedy or whatever, that might kind of make it more like it might up the esteem of comedy as opposed to just being like a bunch of fucking guys in the back of a bar. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
That's so true. Yeah, very true. Because it'll have to be an event now more than just these two lads. Yeah, very true. It was cool, and I much prefer the whole having table service than like everyone standing at the bar for hours. I much prefer the way the bars are laid out now. Much prefer.
Yeah, you know what? I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, I mean, because fucking getting served is just always just a fucking hassle.
Such a hassle, and there's always people like banging into you. It's always way overcrowded. Whereas now everyone's just sitting at their table. You're with the people that you want to be with. There's no one fucking pissing you off.
Yeah.
It's just way more like, I'm so old now, but it's just way more sophisticated. I got ID'd yesterday.
That's a great combination of things. I'm so sophisticated. I got ID'd. Did you? Wow, well done.
Yeah, well done. Thank you. I was wearing my little mask.
It's so hard to tell people's ages though. I totally get that because on fucking when we're doing when I'm doing the judge in the dungeon, right? There's different ones for different ages, because if you get a kid up, you can't be like dick jokes, you're having sex with a sheep. Like you can't do that stuff as much. So there's like there's like child friendly ones as well. But I do some of them with women in particular. There was a girl gone up who was, I was like, you always check the name. Where are you from and what's your name? How old are you? You try to do it in sort of a funny way. And I thought she was gonna say 16, 37. Fucking not. I was like, shit. I was like, oh, what moisturizer are you using and where can I get it?
Look at that forehead on you.
I was like, but that's it. It's just there's something, and I don't know if it's different to men or women, but with women, I'm finding it really hard to tell ages. Yeah.
So I got ID'd yesterday in fucking Lidl or wherever the fuck I was, Lidl or Aldi's, whatever it was. But I don't bring my ID with me. So I was like, but because I recently got my driver license, my provisional, I'd taken a picture of it to send it to
very good.
So then I was like, I have a picture of it, and she was like, that'll do. And I was like, okay. So then I was allowed to buy my fucking 8 cans of beer, like. I was like, I'm 27.
That actually reminds me, I actually got ID'd in what's it called, Waitrose, like a supermarket here, a month or two ago, and like that hasn't happened to me in a long time, Julian. I was just like, but the lady in fucking the Waitrose, because I was buying energy. That was the thing. It was double funny. It was an energy drink. You know what I mean? Like, because they have an age restriction here.
Why were you buying drink?
Yeah, no, it was like Red Bulls here. You can't, or whatever the equivalent is. You can't buy them if you're under whatever it is, 14 or 15.
What?
Which I think honestly,
I thought you were 14.
But that's the thing. She was. Well, no, I think is it 16? It's not fucking 18 anyway. That's all I know. I'm just like, holy shit. But then she was just like, can you take off your mask? And I was like, what? I was like, okay. But then she was like, oh yeah, you're older, right? That's fine. And I was like, oh my God, that's great. And I was like, thank you. I was like,
setting way to ID someone.
That's great, man. Just let me see the wizened bottom half of your hideous face, dude. But I was so happy. I was like, oh, thank you. That's great. That was so nice of you.
My eyes look good. That's very funny.
Do you do full makeup now, Gillian, or do you just do your eyeballs? Like, because in work now we have to do our ghost makeup, just this part, but then you take that off. It's all white here now. not normal human.
That is very funny. No, when I was in the cafe, I just didn't put on any makeup because that was a waste of everyone's time. And I didn't, like obviously when I was going, having like I don't fucking know. Like when I was going to the comedy club, I put on my makeup.
Yeah.
But going on the bus, then your fucking mask wrecks your makeup. Like,
yeah, that's what I was thinking. You're just steaming off you,
Yeah, but I was wearing makeup. Obviously it was my first day at work, so I was, I'll wear makeup for the first, week and a half, and then I'll be like, man, I'm not doing that.
Very good. That's right. Get
I
used
just
to
hate
it.
having. It's like an extra like fucking 15 minutes in the morning. Like, who has the fucking time?
Nan, I don't envy women having pressure to put makeup on. It's a load of shite, man.
Yeah, I really don't have a good time. Like, obviously, it does make you feel better, and I do feel better when I have it on. But I just fucking hate having to do it. I'd rather sleep,
You're just like, feel better about myself or sleep. Enjoy feeling shite all day, morning, Gillian, because nighttime, Gillian.
Sleep that won't be fucking any good to me anyway.
I love it, man. I love it. Oh fuck, that's what I asked you now. Oh, I guess. Oh no, that was it. I've got this spot on my head. You probably can't see it now. It's like a red spot. It's in the middle of my fucking head. It's from makeup. This is what I was thinking.
Oh no!
And it's the worst place to get a spot, man. It's just because you just look like
you have no hair.
Especially, I can't even.
You can't.
You know what I mean? What can I do? I have to just kind of go around pretending like I'm trying to see into the distance all the time. Oh, what's that over there? I can't. Oh, the sun's in my eyes. It's cloudy out. What are you talking about? What's that? Bullshit. It's funny, man. It's just some things that are just like I think the older you get, the less embarrassed you are by anything. You're just like, I have makeup on. I don't have makeup on. Get fucked. Or not even get fucked. Just like you don't even, you know what I mean? You don't even care. And it's the same with like whatever I feel like with like clothes or appearance or stuff like that. But there is some stuff that's just so goofy looking. It's hard. Like if I have a spot there, no problem. There, no problem. There, it's something about how central it is that I look like a married Indian woman. You know what I mean? It's just with the dot, like it's just some stuff is just too goofy to not be like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's very funny. I was just gonna say it could also be because I've been getting spots from the mask, but I might not get that anymore now because I was wearing it for fucking 8 hours at a time because I was at work. So I was just breaking out in spots from wearing it all day, but hopefully that'll go away now.
Yes.
But
yeah, no, it's the same. There's something fucking doing the dungeon thing. I'd be sweating so much because you're talking so much as well. So it's like at the moment it's not too bad, but I know some lady who's very prone to cold sores. Cold sores, and she was saying if you're prone to them, they're really bad for you because they're quite close, so they have to kind of get like bigger. You have to get like a special mask so that it's not like close on your face because it's nasty.
Yeah, because you do like you're like running around wearing it all day. You just fucking like collect the fucking sweat, like it's disgusting.
Dripping off you, man. It's nasty. I was like, and that's the problem is with all our like white makeup and you do like black eyes and all this like stuff, dark eyes and stuff like that. It's so hot down there. It just all melts, dude. Just like I just look like I've been fucking blowing sailors down the docks. Just all. It's just it's horrific, man.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
I'd be fucking making more money as well, wouldn't I, if I was doing that?
You probably would now, I'm not going to lie.
£10 an hour, huh? Making more than that, I should hope.
Well.
With my youthful good looks, getting ID, trying to buy. Keep the mask on, which, I tell you what, man, hard to give a blowjob with a mask on. and other stories. That's the name of the book.